Hello everybody and welcome to All Day Anime. Today I will be deciding the best anime main character. This video is all in good fun cause tournament brackets are literally the best thing ever. I'm sure your opinions will differ from my own, so feel free to comment how wrong I am down below. And while you're at it, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Today's contenders and matchups in the first round are Naruto vs Goku, Ichigo vs Natsu, Gon vs Meliodas, and finally Deku vs Luffy. Before we begin, today's video is sponsored by Amino. Specifically the My Hero Academia Amino. I'm actually going to be posting a poll on the app asking who you guys like better as a rival for Midoriya, Todoroki or Bakugo. I mean, I do like Bakugo better myself, but it's definitely up for debate. The link is in the description. Follow me, Briggs ADA, and participate in the poll. Amino is the best place for passionate communities. It's got fun polls, chat rooms, and people even post their amazing art, like this one of Kirishima. But more than that, Amino has communities on pretty much every anime I mentioned in this video, and honestly, every interest on the planet. To participate in the poll on My Hero Academia Amino, just click the link down below or the pinned YouTube comment and follow the prompts to download Amino for free on iOS and Android. Or you can download Amino by searching your app store, then searching for My Hero Academia once you're in. Remember, you can find me there by searching my username Briggs ADA. Not only will you get a fun app full of so many different communities, but you will be supporting my channel as well, and I really do appreciate it. But without any more delay, let's jump into the first round. Naruto vs Goku. Literally the first two series I watched when I first got into anime. Well, other than like watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. I'm kind of known for making fun of Naruto at this point, but I do think he is a solid protagonist, especially in the beginning. The series truly made us feel as though he was an outcast and terrible at everything. And when I first watched the series, I was rooting for the little man every step of the way. At the same time, Goku and Dragon Ball Z is iconic. And I really do like how much Goku loves martial arts, considering it's a battle shonen, but I wish there was more to his character than just fighting and getting stronger. Especially in Dragon Ball Super, it felt as though he didn't give a shit about anything unless he got a good fight, not to mention the fact that he's a terrible father and husband. My man chose to not be revived so he could train and fight in the other world rather than see his own son Goten, who he never saw before. It's literally become a meme because of how much Piccolo is a better father to Gohan than Goku is. Also, this man never kissed his wife. I repeat, he has 2 kids and never kissed his wife. So on that note, I do think we got to know Naruto much more as an individual, and got to see him develop throughout his journey. So I'm going to have to give a huge L to the lovable martial arts freak, and Naruto advances to the next round. Ichigo vs Natsu. Ichigo has always stood out to me as being different from other shonen protagonists. He seemed like this mature and cool guy, especially when compared to people like Naruto, Luffy, and Goku. Not to mention Kubo's art just made everyone look super cool and badass. But more than that, Ichigo as a character was just mature. Not only did he look older, but he was the type of guy who cared about his grades and logically thought things out. Again, unlike other characters in this bracket. I'll admit he's far from perfect, but so is Natsu. Now personally, I've never been a huge fairy tale fan and only watched the first 100 episodes or so. So I definitely don't think that I could justifiably make this decision on my own. That's where my boy Nux comes in, one of my few YouTube friends who actually enjoys fairy tale. Take it away, my dude.
So Natsu from Fairy Tail versus Bleachigo. This is kind of a tough matchup for me because I personally am a fan of both series, but not because of the main characters. Natsu begins his journey on a quest to find his father, who happens to be a dragon. And while his character does develop throughout, it's rather minimal until the final arc. Ichigo, on the other hand, doesn't have any proactive part to him. Rukia's captured, oh no, I'll save her. Orihime's captured, oh no, I'll save her. The Soul Society's in trouble, oh no, I'll save it. So while I think neither of these two protagonists are per se the strengths of their individual series, I would give the edge as far as main characters to Ichigo. I think Fairy Tail would do better if there was no said main character and the Fairy Tail Guild itself would be the main character of the series. I actually made an entire video on that. The fact that Natsu is treated as the main character even though there's no properties to him particularly required to make him the main character, I find to be a considerable flaw. While in Ichigo's story, while everyone hated the Fullbringer arc, and as did I, there was this moment after he lost his powers transiently, although he thought it would be forever, where he felt terrible inside that he could not go assist others. He's a very believable human character despite not having any proactive goals, and for this reason, as a protagonist, I prefer Ichigo to Natsu.
2 votes for Ichigo and he moves on to the next round. Thank you, Nux. Very cool. Gon vs Meliodas. Definitely an unpopular opinion, but I don't think Gon is that great of a protagonist. There, I said it. Kill me in the comments, that's fine. Honestly, I suck Hunter x Hunter's dick enough. The fights are amazing, villains are fantastic, Nen is one of the greatest battle systems ever created, and the main character's dynamic is great as well, especially Gon and Killua. But Gon by himself is just kind of generic, especially when you compare him to other characters in the series. Now Meliodas, on the other hand, at first gave me the same generic feel, but with extra points since he cracks me up. But then, as you get into the second season, even more so if you read the manga, you realize that he's a great and well-developed character. Meliodas is very different in the sense that he already has 3,000 years of history and trauma, and the series begins near the end of his journey. Now, I don't really want to get into too big of spoilers, but let's just say Meliodas has a very traumatic past, and the reason that he is always super chill or acting goofy is to put up a facade to maintain his composure because he doesn't want to lose himself to his wrath. If you're a Seven Deadly Sins fan, you know what I'm talking about. But on that note, sorry Gon, Meliodas is going to have to advance to the next round. More like gone, am I right? Such a bad joke. And the final matchup of round 1 is Deku versus Luffy. One Piece is a grand adventure. It's all about trying to achieve your dreams, and in the background it even deals with themes of morality. And if you looked at Luffy separate from the story, you would see an absolute simple-minded idiot. But within the story of One Piece, he's an amazing protagonist. Like I said, One Piece is a grand adventure all about achieving your dreams. Nami wants to draw a map of the world, Sanji wants to find the All Blue, Zoro wants to become the strongest swordsman, so on and so forth. But Luffy wants to become the king of the pirates. An insanely difficult goal, but simple-minded Luffy chases it with 100% certainty and dedication. To become the king, you pretty much need to sail the entire ocean, become the strongest in the world, and discover an island few have ever discovered to find the One Piece. His goal sets up the story for the grandest of adventures. His crew sees how large and impossible his goal is and the way in which he pursues it. It gives them hope and motivation for their own goals, and I think that's part of the reason why they follow him. On top of that, the reason he wants to become the king of the pirates is because he wants to be the freest man in the world. In a story riddled with corruption, both on the side of Marines, world government, and pirates, Luffy isn't governed by anything. His actions are purely driven by what he believes is right because he is free. Like I said before, he is simple-minded. He wants something, he goes and gets it. He wants to do something, he goes and does it, no matter the obstacle. This ends up fitting perfectly into the world of One Piece because even though he's not a hero, he's a very moral person. He's the type of guy who will take on the entire world to save one friend. He may seem like a simple-minded idiot, but in my opinion, that's what makes him so brilliant. Woo, damn, that was a great rant. Deku, get wrecked, Luffy advances to the next round. I'm joking, I'll talk a little bit about Deku, I guess. He's a pretty solid protagonist, to be fair. To me, he kinda embodies that classic superhero trope. You know the one, where we get this weak, nerdy kid with a good sense of justice, and then he ends up getting some type of superpower. It's been done a million times before. For example, Spider-Man, weak, nerdy kid, gets bit by a spider, gets powers, nice little training montage, and boom, the hero we needed. I do feel with these type of stories, the intro is always my favorite part. In both My Hero Academia and Spider-Man's case, I love it at first, but slowly get bored as the series continues. But hey, that's just me. I know a lot of people love My Hero Academia. I do think Deku is a good character. However, he was a little bit too whiny for me, and he got handed the world's strongest quirk, which kind of blew it as an underdog story as well. I do really like Deku's sense of justice and his strong will. He mans up when the time is right, even though he is a whiny character. This opinion is completely subjective, but honestly, he doesn't compare to the greatness that is Luffy, in my opinion. You guys knew how this round would end. I'm a One Piece fanboy after all. But that is the end of the first round. Naruto, Ichigo, Meliodas, and Luffy advance to the second round. And these next two rounds will go by a lot quicker. Naruto versus Ichigo. They both have flaws for sure. However, like Nux said, Ichigo really had no drive, no direction as a character. And yeah, in my opinion, that reactive nature is part of what made the series crash and burn. In comparison, Naruto not only had a dream to become Hokage, but his relationship with Sasuke was a constant driving force for the series. Naruto as a series had multiple proactive and reactive components, and both Naruto and Ichigo as main characters control the direction of their story. So on that note, I'm going to have to advance my boy Naruto to the finals. The next round is Meliodas versus Luffy, and this could have easily been the final for me, and I am genuinely having a hard time with this matchup as they are very different but also amazing characters. If I had to choose something I didn't like about them, it would be Meliodas' pervy nature with Elizabeth. However, once you get a full backstory, it kinda makes sense, but it's also just still weird to me. And at the same time, Luffy is sometimes more of an idiot for comedic effect than I would like. You already heard my rant on these characters in the previous round. As for who's a better protagonist, I'm gonna have to give my vote to Luffy, but I do think it's close. And just to prove to you guys that I'm not being a biased fanboy, I messaged Too Spooky, the anime dude, Frankie, and Nux Taku on Twitter asking Meliodas or Luffy, who do you think is a better protagonist? And these are YouTubers who are fans of both series. The anime dude replied, for me personally, Luffy, though they are different types of protagonists, so it's kind of tough to compare. Nux said it's really tough, Luffy is a better protagonist, which is what the bracket's all about, but he actually likes Meliodas more, and Frankie also said that he likes Meliodas more, but Luffy is a better protagonist. So all 5 of us actually agree unanimously that Luffy is a better protagonist. I hope that helps me prove that I'm not being completely biased. Huge thanks to the people who participated. All of their YouTube links will be in the description. So on that note, we are on to the finals, Luffy versus Naruto. Now, I haven't really said what I don't like about Naruto yet in this video. One thing that annoyed me with Naruto is that they presented the series as this ultimate underdog story, but in reality, he's pretty much the chosen one. If I remember correctly, he was the reincarnation of Ashura, had the Nine-Tails Fox within him, son of the 4th Hokage. I feel like they could have made him overpowered without making him the chosen one, so that just kind of destroyed the whole underdog story that they were originally going for. But in the beginning, another thing that personally annoyed me was that he would work super hard, but in the end, the Nine-Tails pretty much had to bail him out of every fight. Like, he would train, put up a fight, and then when he would have inevitably lost, we would see his eyes change, and it was just kind of like Nine-Tails attack, and this was before he even learned to control his Nine-Tails powers. I do think they are both amazing characters. I mean, they had to be for their series to gain this level of popularity and run for as long as they did. However, you guys heard my One Piece rant. I think Luffy is pretty much a perfect character, especially within the world that Oda crafted. Luffy wins the best shonen protagonist tournament arc. I'm sure many of you guys disagree. That's alright. Let me know what your list is down below. Let's jump into a nice little Briggs Q. Hey, what's up everybody? I kind of forgot to record a Briggs Q, so I'm just going to do it like this, kind of similar to last video. Leave your questions down below with the hashtag Briggs Q, and I'm just going to kind of lightning round through this shit. I have all my Briggs Qs opened. Hashtag Briggs Q, who is your favorite character in the 7 Deadly Sins series? Mine is Zeldris. They said mine is Zeldris. Mine, personally, is Bon, and Escanor is a close second. Why? Because Escanor decided that, of course. Hashtag Briggs Q, what would you recommend for someone to do to keep constantly uploading on YT? Also, should I be asking this on Twitter, or is here good enough? Here is good enough in the YouTube comments below. And you're asking me, bro? Have you seen my upload schedule? I honestly have 0 tips for you. I am sorry, my friend. Just make what you enjoy, and it'll probably pop them out a lot faster. My biggest problem is I'm just so busy between like school and Rank FA and all that crap. Hashtag Briggs Q. No, I'm not reading that one. Hashtag Briggs Q. Who do you think would win if Meliodas and Escanor fought to the death and they were both in their most powerful state? Escanor would. Cause he's pretty much infinitely powerful if you put him in his most powerful state. During whatever like couple of seconds he would be the most powerful. That's definitely a fixed fight. Any other time, I'd probably give the match to Meliodas though. Hey Briggs, long time since I last commented, but I have been watching your videos. Still the best in YouTube, to be honest. Wow, I fucking love you. Now, hashtag Briggs Q, have you been able to see that time I got reincarnated as a slime? It is so good. It has a similar magic fantasy vibe to the 7 Deadly Sins, and the OP and ED are really nice. I'm actually fully caught up with the manga. So yes, I'm very much enjoying it, and I highly recommend it. Hashtag Briggs Q, where is the JoJo's videos? Oh my god. I mean, they're coming eventually, maybe one day. Sorry, my man. Maybe I'll do a bracket for JoJo characters. Hashtag Briggs Q, have you played any Persona games? I have not. And if so, who's your best girl? So yeah, same answer, I have not. Hashtag Briggs Q, thanks so much for making this vid, man. I keep up with Rank FA and liked your opinions, and I'm glad I checked out your channel. It's not really a question, but thanks for commenting, my man. Hashtag Briggs Q, chills vid, man. I have read the manga since it started. It's a great read, definitely would recommend to people. Anyway, to my Q, he's talking about the, what's it called, the Shield Hero anime. Which hero would you be from Shield Hero anime? And also praise the fucking sun. That's a tough one. I feel like all the other ones kind of suck, so I'm just gonna say Shield Hero. I feel like he's the most like human isekai protagonist I've ever seen. Hashtag Briggs Q, can each of the Might Disciple or One Piece? Why are you doing this to me, man? I'm gonna take a easy way out and say One Piece is my favorite manga and Kenichi is my favorite anime. Technically true, and I'm not choosing. Hashtag Briggs Q, will you ever take your shirt off on a Twitch stream? It's happened before, actually, once. I got so fucking hyped playing Drunk Souls against a boss, and people were donating like a decent amount of bits, and it just fucking happened. How much can you bench? Hashtag Briggs Q. In my normal workouts, I bench about 155 to 165 pounds. I've never really attempted a max, like 1 rep max, but I have done like a 3 rep max, and that was 185 pounds. And also, I only weigh about 150, so that's pretty decent. Currently, my neck's kind of fucked, so I haven't worked out in like a week, so it's killing me. It's killing me! I think I'm starting to get addicted to working out again, and that's pretty awesome. And also, someone asked, hashtag Briggs Q, why are you so gay? And I think that's a pretty good way to end the stream. Amino link is down below, guys. Be sure to check it out. Subscribe, tap that notification bell, smash that like button, and I'll see you all next time. Shinpaku. Yeah.